Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Salute to everybody. Thank you for rocking with me. I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap of this Math vs. the Saurus battle from the decade. Sorry it's been taking me so long to put these out, man. And like I said in the other blog, when I've been traveling, and I got a lot fucking going on in my personal life, so I haven't had a real opportunity to sit down. And finally today, I get a chance to sit down and like really watch this event, and my computer's acting up. But you know how that shit go. One thing start going wrong, everything starts going wrong, and all I can do is try to laugh about it, man, because I've been pissed over all fucking day. Um, Matt vs. the Saurus is a battle I've been waiting to actually happen for a long time. Twice it was supposed to happen and it didn't. If you saw this battle, you already know. Throughout the whole battle, these guys are, well, really, the Saurus is addressing that throughout the whole battle. Matt talked about it in his first, whatever. Overall, I just want to say, like, you know, when you look at the amount of time that these guys had for this battle overall, the fact that it was booked 2 other times and then it happened, so on and so forth, I did expect a better battle. It was not a bad battle, but it wasn't. I expected more. The Saurus goes first in this round. He starts talking about how they're the main event because Math needed even more time to memorize his bars. Now we don't know how true that is, whatever the case, but we do know the reason why they was the original headline is supposed to be main event was supposed to be Head Ice and Chilla Jones, because Head Ice had issues with his passport at the border. That battle didn't happen. It's being rescheduled for world domination in January. I'm not happy about it. A lot of people aren't happy about that. You know what I mean? But that was something. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not like Head Ice just didn't know show. You know what I mean? Like, it's true. The story's true. So, you know, take from it what you make. But yeah. So that's what the Saurus said to start his round off. Then it was funny, that whole line. He said, "Finally, Hoffa got a ride for me." That shit was funny. If you don't know, they were supposed to battle in Boston, and supposedly Math didn't make it because he was waiting for somebody to come pick him up, and that didn't happen. And I guess there was more of a story to it, but whatever the case, I'm just giving you some history to why that line was funny and dope. It was a very good round for. Well, let me say it was a good round for the Saurus. That shit he was talking about them both being considered legend, and he was like, "But now I'll bury you under our common ground." The way he set that bar up and the way he finished it was fucking fire. I love that. I love that. That line from the Saurus. My thing was the round too short? Were they just going off the time, whatever they agreed upon, or was it too short? I thought Math's rounds were a little longer than the Saurus rounds. I don't know. I thought it was a good first round from the Saurus. Math goes. That line he had about this being the second book of Peter, aka second booking Peter. Peter is the Saurus' his name. So the second booking Peter, second book of Peter, Bible terms, fire ass line. Of course, the way Math said it was way better than the way I said it. I like the whole thing he was talking about, that people hated school. So now nobody's gonna click on this battle when they see Math versus the Saurus in the title. That was dope. The way he presented it, the way he set it up, the delivery on it was dope. It was funny and it's true at the same time. So that's what made it all fire. That line. I thought that CL and No Drive, the CL No Drive line that Math had, like, people really slept on that. And that was a double also, man. CL No Drive. CL, you got to hear the whole bar, but he's talking about a Benz. But again, you have to hear the way it was set up for you to really appreciate what it was. And people, I felt like that was a slept on line. I feel like people didn't get that, man. Then he kind of stumbled on the last bar, but I didn't think that affected. It was a quick real stumble. He just brought it back real quick. Boom, went into it. I thought it was clear that Math took that first round. My opinion. I thought Math took the first round clearly. Second round, that Mick Foley line from the Saurus was dope. That Tony Parker teardrop line, that was fire. That was fire from the Saurus. I thought the Saurus second round was dope. I really liked his second round. I like the way he flowed in it. I like what he wrote. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a phenomenal second round from the Saurus. Math goes. He starts talking about comparing the Saurus's daughter to the Saurus and saying the problem is they both struggle with performance. I thought that was dope. It might have took a little too long to get to the punch, and that was because the Saurus said something in the middle of the bars, in the middle of it while Math was setting it up. But I thought it was dope overall, and when the punch went, I thought it landed fairly well. Math had me dying throughout that whole round with that breathe, motherfucker, breathe. He was talking about how the Saurus has had a shape and all that shit, and when he's rapping, sometimes it's like he's all, like he's breathing hard, he's having trouble, and you have to see, what he was talking about, the way he set it up. But that was funny, that was dope for Math. And hey Math, if Math does watch this, man, I think maybe you should come out with some t-shirts like that, man. I thought people really liked what you did, man, and why not take advantage of it and get a few dollars off it, you know what I'm saying? That watching my carbs line was crazy for Math as well, and he was talking about erasing the serial number off the gun. And he said, because I'm watching my carbs, like you, and that's some street shit, you know what I'm saying? Us shaving off serial numbers and all that shit. So, I really got that line. I really appreciated that line. I thought it was dope. And again, the way he delivered it was fire. I don't think he got the appreciation he should have from that line. But overall, I have to say, I thought the Saurus took that second round. I thought the Saurus had the more consistent round. I thought it was just dope overall. I thought it was dope. I thought the Saurus took that second round. But if someone says they gave that round to Math, I wouldn't argue against that. I do think it's a debatable round, but I personally got the Saurus taking that round. We're going to the third round. That bar graph line for the Saurus was fire. Fucking he told Math he should start his own clothing called lawyer fees over money. That was dope. It was creative, especially the way he said it. I thought it was funny and it was very creative. I thought the Saurus had a good third round. It was beatable, but it was a good third round. And in that round, he also started yelling at people who were talking in the background. In particular, he tried to like freestyle and rebuttal a comment to the chick in the background. I thought that fell flat, and I also thought it was unnecessary. But I'll get back to that. So Math goes, man, that he's saying you gotta have like a skin thicker than wool wallabies. I believe that was. I thought that line was dope. He went in. He started talking about some bloggers, how he thought people would be proud of him after them 3 back-to-back battles. That people felt he won all 3. I didn't feel he won all 3. I thought it was all debatable. Well, not all debatable. I thought he went 2-1. But then when I went back to that real deal battle was debatable to me. He won. He beat Ill Will. That was a judge battle. He beat Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? I thought the real deal battle was debatable. And I was there for the real deal battle. So it's like 1 minute I think real deal. In the building I thought real deal edged it. But then when I watched it on cam a few times, I'm like, damn, I think Math got this. But it's debatable. But he starts talking about how he thought people would be proud of him after that. And people weren't. And he felt like bloggers seen his last, when he went against Av, he lost against Av, definitely. But he's saying he thought, people would be proud of him for the 3 for 3. Instead, they attacked him crazy over that whole loser to Av shit. Now, me personally, like I said, and I tweeted it out as well, like, Math, just keep in mind this one thing that I'm going to say to you, man. Let's go for all you battle rappers. Sometimes I think y'all focus on too much when people say negative things, and I don't think that you pay attention enough to the people who are saying positive things. Overall, I've been a huge supporter and always will be of Math, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of him for what he's accomplished in his career. But it's not going to stop me from saying whether I thought he won or he lost a battle. You know what I'm saying? But I do see that some people do attack. And I don't think that's fair for people to just... It's almost like they're happy to see him lose, So I understand where he's coming from. But just know, Math, at the end of the day, you should focus on the people who support you and not on the people who are always being negative. That goes for all of us. I struggle with that too, but you know, that's just the truth. So the thing was that the first half of that round, I thought they were dope bars from Math, but they weren't directed to me. It wasn't like they were directed at the Saurus. And that was the first half of the round. The second half of the round, he does start attacking Thesaurus. You know, and then he called time short. Like, I guess I don't know, maybe he was about to choke or something, but I know he called time. So his round was short. And I got to give Thesaurus that round for two reasons. Number one, you cut the round short. And the second thing was, like I said, while I liked the second half of the third round, it wasn't directed at Thesaurus. It wasn't until the second half of the third round that he directed his bars at Thesaurus, which I thought were dope bars, but it is what it is. Because of those two things, I can't give Math the round. So I have Thesaurus taking this battle 2-1. Again, I thought the first round Math took that clear. I thought the second round Thesaurus took it, but it can be debatable depending on how you look at it. I thought Thesaurus took it. Excuse me, and then I just gave you guys the reasons why I thought Thesaurus took the third round. So overall, salute to both of these guys. Not only for this battle, but for the body of work that they've given us in battle rap. When it comes to Thesaurus, I'm not a big Thesaurus fan, but I appreciate that he does have consistent. I've never been like blown away about Thesaurus performance. To me, and maybe it's because I was in the building, like the best Thesaurus performance I've seen myself. Maybe because I was in the building, was against Ness. I really enjoyed that battle from both of them. But I thought this was a good Thesaurus. I thought, like, again, it was nothing crazy, and I did expect a little bit more from this battle. But Thesaurus definitely did his thing. Math, I've always been a supporter of Math, you know. And again, I expected more from him in this battle. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't what I expected from it. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the whole thing with Thesaurus saying stuff to the girl in the crowd. I know in battle rap, a lot of these guys get upset, and rightfully so, when someone's talking through your rounds. I can understand that, especially for the crowd. I hate being at events where battles are happening and people are talking through the fucking rounds. People in the crowd, I hate it with a passion. I hate that. But one thing I think that we have to be careful of is what we saying to the people in the crowd. Thesaurus, you sitting there calling her a hoe. You said it multiple times. Even when your round was over, you said something else to calling her a hoe. I thought that was a bit too much. And then my thing is, what if, okay, she was talking through, all right, I understand that, but you still got to be professional. If she's there with her man or with other people, man, now you put the dude in a position where you feel he got to protect her. And now you put yourself in a position to have to get into a physical altercation with somebody because you're saying the things you were saying. You could have been telling her to shut up, and rightfully so. But calling her a hoe and all that stuff, man, personally, I mean, hey, it's not a big deal, but I'm warning you to what could have happened. It's just like if you were somewhere with your woman and your woman yells out and people get upset. Let's say you in a movie theater and your woman yells out to something she see on the screen, and somebody turn around and be like, yo, man, shut the fuck up, ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna sit there and let that happen? Right? But it's something that could have been avoided, correct? So again, Thesaurus, I thought you had a dope showing. I'm just telling you, you got to be careful with stuff like that because you never know what the reaction is. For every action is a reaction. And I understand her action was talking through the round. Your reaction was to say something to her. I think you could have had a different choice of words. But just remember, there could have been something in return from that, man. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you didn't mean it like that, and it's all part of battle rap. But, you know, we just got to be careful with that. But again, salute to Thesaurus and Math. I can't wait to see them both back on that stage. I would like to see, just random throwing it out there, I would like to see Thesaurus on an RBE stage. I just would like to see what he would do there. You know, a different kind of crowd, different kind of setting, club drum. So yeah, salute to you guys. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't. Hit the alert bell and opt for all the alerts. Because that's been the miscommunication with a lot of people asking me why they don't get alerts. You have to opt in for all the alerts, not just some of the alerts, all right? Not occasional alerts, but all alerts, all right? Thank you, man. Again, salute to Big Al for donating to the channel. If you would like to donate to the channel, which I greatly appreciate, the link, my PayPal link is in the description. Thank you for rocking with me. Salute.